What's up, you guys? Nathan Bell here, doing my top 10 action figures of 2015. I know I'm running a little late, but I had some things going on, so at number 10 we have the Black Series Captain Phasma from The Force Awakens. So I know she wasn't a huge part of the movie, which it bothered me, but it didn't. But I know she should have a bigger part in Episode 8, but I think Hasbro nailed this figure. The details and just the scale of it is just incredible, and all the paint apps. I just think this is a great figure, so I think it definitely deserves to be in my top 10. At number 9, we have the Marvel Legends Ghost Rider from the Rhino Build-A-Figure wave. I just think this figure is great. This is definitely, in my opinion, of course, the best Ghost Rider figure made today. I just think this thing's incredible, and Hasbro just did, they did such a great job, and I know that the body is, pretty much reused, but I just think they nailed that head sculpt and the neck with the flames, and it just all looks great to me. At number 8, we have the Walgreens exclusive Darth Vader from the Black Series. I'm loving the Star Wars figures this year, man. I just think they did such a great job with everything, and just this Walgreens Vader, I think this is definitely a step up from the first one. I think the head sculpt on this looks a lot better, and it's also translucent, which I'm a sucker for that, man. I just think they did a great job. Hasbro, once again, I think you nailed it with this figure. At number 7, we have the SH Figure Arts Vegito, and this is my first one ever. I forgot to do a review on it. It just never, crossed my mind, but I love this figure. A lot of people have a lot of negative things to say about it, but to me, I think this is great. I think all the accessories and everything, and I think this runs for about $40, and I think it's worth every penny with the hands and the different face sculpts and the hair and the blast effect. I just love this thing, and I think they did a great job. At number 6, we have the Marvel Select Hulkbuster, and if you don't have this figure, you are missing out big time. This is a good, chance for people that missed out on the Marvel Legends Hulkbuster, which is just up there in price. This is just a good substitute, and in my opinion, I think this figure is great. I think Diamond did a fantastic job with the sculpt and the paintwork, and if you don't have this, you need to go out and buy it right now because you will not regret it, and it'll look so good in your Marvel Legends collection. At number 5, we have the Marvel Legends Age of Ultron Thor, and I think this just figure kicks ass, man. Look at that head sculpt. A lot of people say it does not look like Chris Hemsworth. I think that looks identical to Chris Hemsworth. I just don't know what's not to see. I don't own any of the other Thors because I think they're just garbage looking. The heads are way too big for the bodies, and they just kept like reusing the same body for every figure. So this is definitely a good change of pace, and I just think this figure looks incredible. And that's why it's so high up there, man. It looks so good, and I think Hasbro nailed this, and just everything, the details, the head sculpt, the paint, just a great figure. At number 4, we have the Marvel Legends Daredevil, and I know he has the Walgreens exclusive Matt Murdock head on, but I was just too lazy, man. I decided to keep it on because I think that looks a lot better than that head would with the yellow suit. But I understand this is the Bucky Cat mold, but this figure is just so fun. Hasbro killed it. This is Daredevil, man. We got other Daredevil figures in the past, and I just think they weren't that great. The really skinny bodies, tall, their heads were really, really small, and I just think this looks a lot better than those. So if you don't have this, it's still inexpensive, so go out and grab one. At number 3, we have the Black Series Snow Trooper from The Force Awakens. A lot of people give me shit for liking this figure, man. I don't know what it is. I think the sculpt and the detail and just everything is fantastic. I know the articulation is garbage, but for pretty much every Black Series figure that has come out this past year, the articulation isn't that great. But this looks so screen accurate. I just love it. Just look at this thing, man. It's so great, and I just don't know how somebody couldn't like this figure. He's actually becoming pretty hard to come by. I understand he just came out, but I saw 2, I think, and since then I haven't seen any on the shelf. Same thing with General Hux. Wish that General Hux is a shit figure, man. It looks nothing like the actor. The detail for the body is nice, but come on, man. That looks nothing like the actor, and people are just going crazy over that figure. So I think this guy's awesome, and if you don't have it, I suggest you go out and find it now. So at number 2, we have the Marvel Legends Pizza Spider-Man from the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure wave, and we all saw this coming, man. This is probably the greatest Spider-Man to date. A lot of people want to say the McFarlane Spider-Man. Let's be realistic. I don't see all the hype with that figure. I don't know why it goes for $200 plus. It's beyond me. I think for $20, this is just a better figure, and it'll definitely match, the more recent Marvel Legends that are coming out. And he comes with actually a lot of accessories, including a slice of pizza. Who wouldn't want this figure, man? He comes with the half-mask Peter Parker head, and I think that Hasbro Marvel Legends should just drop a Peter Parker head. I just think that'd be great, but it's not going to get better than this Spider-Man. If they do, you know, make one this year, next year, I'll be really surprised because this is just as good as it gets for a Marvel Legends Spider-Man, in my opinion, of course. My number one figure of 2015 is the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster. I know this is probably on a lot of people's lists at their number one, but I love this figure, man. It looks fantastic. I know that the paint is kind of that flat red, but in some parts it looks good. It really does, and you know, these could have been this gold or, you know, just that metallic red like the Marvel Select Hulkbuster has, but I think this thing is fantastic. I'm glad Hasbro is bringing back the bigger Build-A-Figures like, you know, Rhino, Hulkbuster, even Odin's, you know, somewhat decently sized. And, you know, let me know what your, you know, top number one figure 2015 was. I would love to know it. Just drop it in the comments below, and hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!